Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Oof. So, amazing weekend. Awesome fireworks. I had a spectacular time. I took my Better World dress pattern with me. Very portable. I had it in a little canvas tote bag. I took screenshots of the diagram written pattern so I could work from that. I had my comfortable lawn chair set up down at the marina to watch the fireworks, and crocheted and smelled barbecue and listened to laughter, and we had a great time. Absolutely great time. So worked on that, and then went and checked the mailbox and realized my Crochet Nation was here. Awesome, awesome. So this would be the June issue. I'm on the second half of the delivery. So they deliver like the beginning of the month, which means you'll get it the half of the month. And then I'm on the second half. So they charge me halfway through the month. They send it out halfway through the month, and then I get it at the very end of the month. It doesn't matter. It's not time sensitive. It's enjoyable. So this is issue number 5 of Crochet Nation. Crochet Nation is a newspaper completely dedicated, let me hide my address, completely dedicated to crochet. There are no ads in Crochet Nation, which I absolutely love. Sometimes you spend, I don't know, crazy amounts of money on these magazines to get the patterns, and they're full of ads. Crochet Nation is full of crochet content. It is a YouTube channel in a newspaper. It's like hanging out with a friend. There's so much to read in here that it really does last me till I get my next one. We're sitting at the dining room table. This is my placemat. Under my placemat is last month's edition. I know. I just tuck it under here, and then when I'm having coffee in the morning, I'm sitting down in the afternoon just to have a bite to eat or a snack or something, I have some reading material. So it's broken down into 4 sections. We have home and living, where there's like patterns for colorful blankets, beach towels, basket patterns, or just home accessories. Then there's a section for wearables, which are always size inclusive. I know we're only on issue 5, but I haven't come across one that doesn't tell you how to modify. They're inclusive in the pattern, and then there are tips and tricks on how to modify. So wonderful plus. Then there's an amigurumi section. I know not all of us do the little tight amigurumi stitching, but you don't have to do it with a small hook. You don't have to do it tight. You can do it with any size yarn you want. Just make sure it's an appropriate hook size. But plushy patterns in there. And then they have like just the 4th section is like crochet content. There's puzzles. There's an ongoing novel where they give you a little brief description of what happened in the last issue so that you don't feel left out if it's your first subscription or your first issue. So the last time I shared Crochet Nation with you and put it on YouTube, Crochet Nation sent me a little survey asking if I liked it, any advice on what they can improve, what they can add, what they can change, what they could leave out, just, touch bases with the community. And I mentioned that I really, really enjoyed it and that I had a YouTube video if they wanted to watch it. They were very, very nice and made a commercial out of me. And so I was compensated for the commercial. So I guess in true definition, in hindsight, that last Crochet Nation was sponsored. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know the legalities of it all. All that aside, my opinions are my own. I'm not going to say that I like something if I don't like something. I really do like the Crochet Nation, and I am going to continue to subscribe to it. If you'd like to see more bits and pieces of Crochet Nation on our inspiration on a Monday, let me know, because I have permission to share a little bit more of it with you. And I also have the old magazines that I have from, I think the 90s was Crochet World and the Crochet Basket, Work Basket, not Crochet Basket. So I still have other stuff to inspire us on a Monday. It doesn't always have to be the Crochet Nation. But this is what I got going on today. So I have a few little projects that I'm working with at my table, and then I'm really focused on the Better World dress. I want to wear it before the weather starts changing for fall. It would work for fall colors, but I just feel like over top of a maxi dress or a tank top, it's going to be a beautiful dress, and I want to wear it. So I don't have a whole lot of crochet content to share with you, but I definitely want to show my progress on it. So if we're going to sit and visit, we're going to have to find some other stuff to sit and visit with, right? One of the things that I've noticed in this newspaper edition, granny squares are all the rage, right? You can make them on the go, make as many as you need, and then stitch them together in the big project when you're home. How fun and modern is this? It's called Granny Square Sweater. Not to be confused with a different Granny Square sweater. This one is unique. Look how comfortable it looks. In a cotton, that would absorb sweat. I'm so practical when it comes to the garments that I make. It needs to be comfortable. It needs to be wearable. So they give you the pattern. Let's see. They give you a pattern. They're using like a little flower granny. So there's some puff stitches and some cluster stitches worked in there. Skill level intermediate. I did notice that the patterns do vary on here. And they give a granny bag, giving the Starry Night vibes. What's this one called? Akata Sunrise. Nice, nice. So I just got this one, and I've just kind of browsed through it. This morning I found myself reading an article. I think it was on... Oh, here it is. I was reading this. There's 3 pages on this topic. Drape. Drape in a garment. Makes all the difference. Makes all the difference in the world. So because we're crocheting into the top loops of the previous row. Once those stitches and those loops are made, they're nice and tight. Eventually, they slip into themselves. With blocking, you could force them to do it. And it gives a totally different look to the garment. I know a lot of us have special hook sizes that we like to use because it's comfortable. But with certain yarns, if you wanted it to be tight fitting and keep its form and make it to size, you'd want to use a really small hook. One of the tips they gave. But if you wanted something to be very relaxed and flowing and like a duster or a sleeve that you just want to flow, use a bigger hook size, maybe even bigger than the yarn skein recommends. Totally depends on the look you're going for. So this was an amazing article on how to manipulate those stitches to be what's in your mind's eye, what you want it to be. Wonderfully written article, and it gave quite a few different bits of advice Don't know how much of that is shareable. The amigurumi in this article. Isn't he cute? Oh man, that would be the perfect little monkey to give to at a baby shower or a young birthday party with a little Curious George book. Man, that monkey got in a lot of trouble, didn't he? I can see a toddler absolutely mesmerized by their very own Curious George. Also in Crochet Nation, I know, talking a lot about the Crochet Nation. It's fun, it's exciting. There was an artist, what was her name? I believe it was Landon, something Landon. Looks like I've dissected my newspaper, huh? I'll have to get it together. So they pick a famous crochet artist and they do like a little spotlight and spend some time looking into how they got into crochet, their favorite techniques, and where they see themselves going in the future. I think it was article 3 or 4. They had Tony from TL Yarns. I know, little celebrity, a big celebrity, right? Well, this one's one that a young lady that I've never heard of before. Her name is London Key? K-A-Y-E. K? London K. Kind of makes sense, right? Talks about how she does yarn bombing. I know! Look how artistic. It's a water spigot, water faucet looking. Just on the street somewhere, and you could see it's probably a downspout for some sort of drainage. But look how she used color and texture. That's some freeform crochet. Some scrambles. Scrambles? Oh my goodness. I'll have to look at how Nova spells that. That's a fun one. And then she shows just some fun trees, like the tree outside the yarn shop in San Luis Obispo. Fun. She highly encourages people to make things and then spread them out in the community. And then, let's see. Oh, she actually gives some patterns. How fun is that? Isn't that whimsical? Love that. Let's see. Oh, and then there's the horoscope page. Mine was spot on again this month. Let's see, where did it go? I'm a Pisces. Did you guess? The beachside dreamer. Energy level is drifting. Okay. Patience is based on hydration. I have been mentioning that I've been pumping up on those electrolytes. Maybe that is helping my patience. The mood is soft focus. You want projects that feel like summer, airy, drapey, a little magical. Bonus if you can stitch up your feet up. If you can stitch with your feet up and ocean sounds playing, I think we are due for a beach date. Very, very true. Yarn to try. All right, some suggestions. Soft flowing yarns in seafoam, lilac, or sandy neutrals. Bonus points for shimmer or halo. That's my Better World dress. It's seafoam, I would say seafoam, and it's got that gold twist in it, which is my little shimmer. Let's see, the last part says biggest struggle. We all struggle, right? Zoning out and realizing you've crocheted the same row twice. No! That goes back to the patience level where I need to hydrate. What is your zodiac sign? Just for fun. You know, it's just lighthearted fun. You know, don't spend the mortgage money on the lottery numbers on here or anything like that. Tell me in the comment box below. I'll send you your horoscope. Then there's a section in here that I absolutely love. It's called Dear Grandma Angie? You know what? Maybe you can help me with that too. Phonetically tell me. A-N-G-E. I guess never occurred to me that I haven't said it out loud. It's a Dear Abby. You write in with some questions or struggles that you have or something that you're just struggling to think outside the box with, and they write back with common sense advice. Common sense and then not so common sense advice. Out of the box thinking, a solution that I probably would never have come up with on my own. They talk about, in this article, they're talking about their weather climate and what fibers they would suggest or blends that they would suggest. And then they talk about hand stretches, you know, just like little warm-ups and exercises that we're supposed to be doing before we get going to help with finger cramps. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. And there's some fun stuff too. There's comics. And then on this back page, which really stumped me last month, man, I was really struggling with this crossword puzzle. That was not easy. Let's see, it's right here. So, you can help me. Maybe you can help me. I did get quite a few of them in there. I did get quite a few. I think it was 18 down. No. 13 across. Eight down. Okay, there's a lot of them that I haven't filled in, but there was one that I couldn't figure it out. And it kept bothering me because it seemed like it would have been so obvious. 13 across. Okay, a pincushion made by crocheting 2 squares together. And it's 13 across. I think it starts with a B. So it's not pincushion. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 letters long. I tried Googling it. I know. It's totally cheating. I tried Googling it, and AI gave me tons of patterns for some beautiful new projects that I added to my must make list, but it didn't give me a word. What are they called? 2 squares stitched together and it makes a pincushion. I don't know. In all of my sewing experience and all of my crocheting experience, I just really felt like I should know what that answer is. So that was 13 across. The reason why I think it starts with a B, because 13 down is only 3 letters long. And see, that's where I get hung up, is because they've got to connect to each other. So 13 down, I'm pretty confident I have it right. Horizontal element in a stitch, often worked into for texture. A bar. B-A-R. It's 3 letters long, 13 down, unless I got that one wrong. And maybe I'm building off of lies here. Because you know when you do a half double crochet and then you come back around and you're working in that 3rd loop on the back, I always hear loops. But if I don't hear loops, then it would be a bar. You got 2 bars on the top, 2 loops on the top. It's only 3 letters long. Maybe 13 down's wrong. It's fun. It's fun to sit here in the morning as I'm waking up with my coffee. I can sit here and just play these through my head and to see what I come up with. I've been piddling with this issue number 4 for a month. I would say I probably have half the words in the crossword, which they do give you the answers to the previous. Oh, no. I already tried Googling it. They give you like a little word gameplay. There's like a story, Mad Libs, where you put in the words that you want in there. Gotta lick my fingers to turn a page. Then they have the story. Oh, I skipped over my favorite part, the crocheting of history. This is last month's. See how easily there's so much content in these newspapers. And I don't mind sharing them with you if you don't want to sign up for the subscription. I understand. It was on Facebook. And as a rule, I don't buy things being sold on Facebook. How many times have I gotten caught up in Ryan's little fishing reel things where you put the little fish in the water and they electronically swim, and then I get some thing that's nothing like what I ordered. This isn't like that. You have to be very, very cautious of what you're subscribing to and what you're committing to on the internet these days. There are so many scams going out there. It's page 6. I gotta put my newspaper back together. Got to be careful what you're signing up to these days. That, and they want credit card information and all that personal stuff. I'm glad I risked it. I'm really, really enjoying the newspaper. When I was in high school, I used to deliver the San Francisco Chronicle. And I would wake up at 2:30 in the morning to get to the newspaper at 2:30. I had to be there at 3, but if I could get there a little earlier, it'd be okay. But I wanted to be there when they dropped the prints at the location, because they would just drop these big old bundles, and you'd have to grab how many bundles you needed, and you'd have to fold the paper and put a rubber band on them and put the inserts in, fold them, put the rubber band on them. And if it was a rainy day, you had to put them in the bags, the sleeve bags. And then I would stack them strategically in my car so that I could grab them from the back seat, or I had them stacked in the back seat and I'd roll the windows down and I'd grab 5 or 6 out of the back window and then walk down the apartment buildings and deliver my papers. Good times. As a young teen, I wasn't out late at night because I had to wake up really early in the morning to get that newspaper taken care of. I think I just have an emotional connection to newspapers. So Crochet Nation wanted me to keep doing it, to keep sharing the newspaper and then sending them a link to my videos. I chose not to. I did the first one and they gave me some credit into their store, which they have some greeting cards, some cute little crochet greeting cards, and they have crochet patterns on the back of them. And the front of the greeting card is a crocheted amigurumi. And I'm planning on ordering a few of those with the credit that they gave me. But I don't want to continue for a few reasons. Crochet Nation's just getting started. And I know the struggles of having a new business and finding advertisement. And I don't want to dip into their funds. I want them to be able to succeed. And I know it's just a tiny bit that they're offering me, but I don't need money for it. I'm hooked. I enjoy the newspaper. And I will definitely share the newspaper with you guys. And you can make up your own mind if you want to subscribe or not. But I don't need to be compensated for my opinion. My opinion is awesome. Like I like my opinion. And I do like the newspaper, but I don't need to be compensated for it. Don't necessarily want to be compensated for it. Just want to be a reader. And possibly I want to start thinking of questions that I'm actually really stumped with. A really good question to send to the grandma crocheter in here. I think it would be incredible to have a little something published with my name on it in a crochet newspaper. That would be fun. So I am going to link Crochet Nation's contact information in the description box below. No pressure. No pressure. It's not something that that everybody's interested in or or can commit to, or that want to gamble on a Facebook advertisement, which there is a website and it's a whole company behind the scenes. There's Crochet Nation. They created a Knit Nation, and now they have a Baking Nation. So it sounds like the creator of the newspaper sounds like it's really following her personal interests. Yep. I'll link it below if you want to go take a look, or if you just want to look at the greeting cards. I'm gonna get a couple, and I'm gonna send them out into the YouTube world and the Yarny streets, and to some of my favorite YouTubers, and share with them some Crochet Nation. It was very nice visiting with you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope your fur babies did well. Sadie didn't care. She's at home with her peoples. The girls stayed home, and she had just a normal, regular evening. Fireworks don't seem to bother her much at all. But that's probably because we're a crazy, loud, wild house anyway, so it probably didn't seem any different to her. I hope your fur babies did well. I hope you did well. I hope you enjoyed your nice summer weekend. Take care. Bye.